Okay, Dr. Mindy here, and on this video we're going to talk about food. We don't always talk about fasting on this channel. Sometimes we talk about food, especially foods that pair well with fasting. So I want to dive into hormone feasting foods. I haven't talked about that in a while, so I'm going to show you what my favorites are. Okay, hormone feasting. I'm going to make this really simple for you, okay? Women, if you're cycling, when hormones go high, we do not want to be in ketosis. So this is the week before your period, and this is during ovulation. Now, the week before your period, it's really important to not be in ketosis because you need glucose to be a little higher to make progesterone. But the ovulation window, this is kind of a new one I've been talking about. What I'm seeing is that because ketones are healing, and because with ketosis often comes autophagy, a lot of women in their ovulation window are noticing some serious detox reactions that are not so enjoyable. So in Fast Like a Girl, I talk a lot about how when hormones go high, we want to bring our fast down and we want to step out of ketosis. So what does that leave you with? That leaves you with what I call hormone feasting foods. And here's what they are. They're really yummy. So for starters, my favorite food on the planet is a sweet potato. So all kinds of potatoes are great for both progesterone and estrogen, but primarily progesterone. But even estrogen will benefit from them. So they also feed different parts of your microbiome. So like, did you know that like a purple potato, a purple yam, sweet potato, will actually go into the lower parts of your intestinal tract and feed the microbes down there, whereas a white potato will feed the microbes that are higher up more in the small intestine. How cool is that? That's why we want to vary these suckers. Now remember, at ovulation, we need good microbial health because that's what breaks down estrogen and testosterone and progesterone. The week before your period, when progesterone is coming in, we actually really want to see cortisol stay down. So if these foods make you feel good and they lower your cortisol, then awesome. But they're also bringing glucose up and allowing your body to make progesterone easier. So all kinds of potatoes, I tell you all that, all kinds. Like when I go to the store, I grab every different variation I possibly can find. The more unique, the better. If I haven't had it in a while, then I definitely want to make sure I have it. So we love potatoes. Okay, the other one, and I don't have it here, are squashes. So this is spaghetti, acorn, and butternut squash, my absolute favorite. So the reason that squashes, those root vegetables, this would even go into carrots and beets, any of those that are like coming from the ground, those root vegetables are so good for progesterone. So I would really save the root vegetables for the hormone feasting foods you have the week before your period. Estrogen, I wouldn't lean into those as much, but you still could. If we put them under this category of hormone feasting foods, then you definitely want to look at the root vegetables during ovulation and the week before your period. You know, it's funny, in the ketogenic movement, we've had a lot of question about, a lot of funny side conversations about do you fear fruit? And I just want to point out, I want to eat a berry, that fruit has so many benefits. Just because we're trying to keep glucose down doesn't mean that we all of a sudden panic and don't want to eat fruit. So berries are my favorite. So berries are great for hormones. So ovulation, week before your cycle, let's load up on the berries. We also know that progesterone loves citrus fruits. So I only had a Meyer lemon from my tree. But oranges are great, grapefruits are wonderful, lemons and limes are good for those hormone feasting days, and then also tropical fruits. So bananas have a lot of potassium in them, and potassium's really necessary for fasting. So if you think about it, let's put this in context of what I've been teaching you all. Let's say it's the week before your period. You decide to come in with more tropical fruits. You do some bananas that bring up that potassium. Well, now once your period starts, hopefully you know what I teach you all is then to let's move in to more fasting, more keto, but you'll be really well supplied with potassium, which is going to help your fasting efforts. So this is where we can look at food as giving us the nutrients that are going to be helpful for the time after you eat that when we go into these deeper fasts. So that's fruit.
You want to know the foods that will support hormones? Guess what? I have them for you already. It's a free giveaway. Just click the link below and I'll send you a list of all the foods that support amazing hormonal health.
Okay, last couple things that I like to put into these hormone feasting days. One of them is beans. So chickpeas, lentils are some of my favorite. Go ahead and put those in when you want to bring that glucose up, and doing it at ovulation, doing it at the week before your period, that can be really good. Beans have great qualities, just like fruit. We don't want to fear them. Lentils are my favorite. Chickpeas are great, so hummus could be amazing, but any bean during that time would be amazing for hormonal production. And then the last one that you're probably already eating in your keto window, but I just want to point out that grass-fed beef can supply a lot of omegas. I like mine in jerky, by the way. Go watch the video that I did on protein cycling. I talk about how jerky has more protein in it than just regular meat. So, but remember that grass-fed beef is giving you a good balance of omega-3, 6, and 9 nutrients, fatty acid nutrients that are helpful for hormonal production. So even though you could have it in your keto window, it doesn't mean you want to avoid it when we're bringing those hormones up. So bottom line, look at this for cycling women. What I want you to know is that when hormones go low, you do keto, you go fast, that's amazing. But when hormones go high, we want to make sure that we're moving out of ketosis and more into these hormone feasting foods. So that hopefully will help. Okay, that's what I got for you. Hormone feasting foods, and we're going to do them when hormones go high. Postmenopausal women, if you haven't turned off already, I know what you're thinking. What about me? You just want to take that hormone feasting concept I just taught the cycling women, and you want to make sure that you do it at least once or twice a week. You just don't have a cycle to time it to. So as always, I hope that helps, and happy hormone feasting. Okay, where are my gals that are struggling with hormonal imbalance? Bloated, feeling like you're not making progress with weight loss? You need to add these foods in so that you can support better hormonal health. There is a lifestyle that estrogen wants you to live, and there is a lifestyle that progesterone wants you to live.